Okay, welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. We are going to be, first of all, congratulations, Power Team. Congratulations at the time of this training. We are just about to break 21,000 members globally in over 100 countries represented here by the Cash FX Power Team. And now is really the time where we see a lot of people now really ranking up. And so we wanted to take a moment and do a very powerful training focused exclusively on the leadership program, master's training. This is top level education on how to leverage the leadership program. First and foremost, let's talk about a little disclaimer here so everybody understands what we're going to be discussing. And so I'm going to be very frank with you guys. There is no guarantee. In fact, really the only guarantee I can give you is if you do nothing, you will earn nothing. Participation in the Cash FX rewards plan is not a guarantee of success. In fact, hard work, massive action, and consistency are required. Now, if you're paying attention to what's going on in our Facebook group, then you would be blown away by the amount of people that are reaching these ranks. And many of you, congratulations, too many to name, but congratulations, because so many of you have reached out and have hit a rank here in Cash FX within your first 2 weeks, within your first month, and some of you have never reached a rank in any other company before. And so it really is mind-blowing to see how many people are reaching these ranks in countries all over the world. And it's because we see you. It's hard work, massive action, and consistency. Let's define a leader, because we're talking about leadership program. Let's define leader. What is a leader? A leader is one who invests their own time, energy, and effort into the growth and development of their team. Let me rephrase that. If you are here and you are investing your own time and energy into the growth and development of your team, chances are you've already started to reach these leadership ranks. And so this is a very important training so you understand how to get into these ranks and win some of these, earn some of these amazing awards. So today's agenda, we're going to keep it real simple here, guys. Simple yet educational. Point system. We're going to talk about the point system, personal and group volume points. We're going to break down a roadmap. You see, if you lived in wherever you live, and you want to set out and go wherever you want to go, you have to have a plan. You have to have a roadmap. I mean, back when I was in my 20s, I might have went on a road trip and said, wherever I go, I go. But if I were to take my family right now from Florida on the East Coast to California on the West Coast, I would have a map. Probably wouldn't be a physical map anymore. It would be a Google map. I would know where my targets are for gas and where my targets are for where to eat and maybe where to sleep. And so we want to make sure that you have a proper roadmap so that you can identify where you're going and how to get there. And then last, we're going to talk about the awards, how to log in and claim those awards, and even pull up for a moment, if I can and we have time, the new leadership page in the back office, one specific portion of it. So let's talk about the points. How do the leadership points, rank points work? I'm just going to read this. Your points are not lifetime accumulative. Points are calculated on a 30-day rolling calendar. Total points needed to reach and maintain rank will total daily based on your points from the last 30 days. For example, any points acquired within your network 31 days ago from today would have fallen off today and are replaced with today's points. From any new referrals, that's brand new contracts, upgrades, or renewed contracts. And so there's a little snapshot. So you'll see that in your back office on the new leadership page, how many points are needed today and how many points have been produced today. So you can constantly maintain that rank and identify what you need to do to maintain that rank. Okay, so that's how the point system works. Two reasons why we love this versus what other companies typically do. Typically, not all, but most other companies start you off at 0 on the first day of the month. So you spend all month building your organization and out there and helping people get started. And once that first day of the month comes, and so on May 1st, you log in and you have a big fat 0. You start off the month with 0 because it's a calendar month. And that causes two issues. One, it's a big letdown psychologically to log in and see that you have to start over. Number two, most reps or distributors will stop putting in new members 5 days before the end of the month. And they will wait to carry into the next month. And so when you have your team building, man, this is I'm speaking to our leaders. I'm speaking to those of you that are focused and committed on building this business and getting into these leadership rank levels. You want your team focused all of the month, not just the first 90% of the month. And so this system that we've built, or CashFX has built for us, I should say, overcomes those two obstacles. Really, unless you go 30 days without seeing a single new contract, upgrade contract, or renewed contract within your network, you should never see your points back at 0. And this now overcomes that challenge of seeing your distributors stopping from putting in new members 5 days or 4 days or 3 days before the end of the month. So so now that we talked a little bit about how the point system works, let's move into the roadmap. The roadmap is very simple. It's part of the PDF in your back office, and it's something that we touch on the webinars. But it's actually so achievable to knock out these ranks, especially the first. And so it starts with your first rank of executive, and we're going to break down a couple of examples. From manager, you move on to director. From director, you move on to the President's Club. Now, with each one of those ranks, you receive a really cool pin and a really cool leadership level up box that is built and constructed by the same company that does the Olympic medals. Just amazing craftsmanship with a letter of authenticity. Yes, the pins are sterling silver and 18-karat gold. Yes, the pins have real ruby stones and diamond cut stones within inside of them. From President, where you open up those infinity bonuses, which is a huge income boost, you move on to Ambassador. From Ambassador, you move on to Global Ambassador. Okay? So that's the roadmap. 6 ranks within the company. Now, let's look at an example here. So what we're looking at is a typical unilevel. Okay? Pay attention. We have level 1, level 2, and level 3. Now, on level 1, it is infinity. You can go as wide as you want to go, which means if you help 20 people get started with your referral link, you would have 20 members on your level 1, okay? Level 2 is all of those people from level 1 who have helped people get started, and so on and so forth. So we're going to break down the first 3 levels of a unilevel. In this example, we're going to cover the first rank of executive. What are the requirements for executive? Okay, 500 PV, that's personal volume points. 500 PV. How do you get that? It's real simple. Minimum of $1,000 Trade Academy contract. Now, I will insert this one note for those of you that are taking notes. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. You can see that right there. So a $1,000 contract you would receive 500 personal volume points. Well, what does that mean? A $10,000 contract is going to accumulate 5,000 personal points or volume points. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So the first requirement to become an executive in this company is you have to have a minimum of a $1,000 TA or Trade Academy contract. The second requirement is 3 referrals. So if you're looking at the example there on level 1, if that's you at the top, if you're that A person, you're the top person there, you would have brought in personally 5 on your level 1. So you have 5 legs or lineages. You only need 3 referrals, guys. So you've qualified, you've met the second qualification. The third qualification is 25,000 personal group points. So the V is for the, P is for the personal volume, the G is for the personal group points. And so you see there that once this team of only 15 people generates 25,000 personal group points, you would attain the rank of executive. Okay, so very, very simple to get to that first rank. Do you have to get those 25,000 points yourself? No. Can those 25,000 points come from anybody on your 10 levels? Yes, it can. In this example, we're 3 levels down. There's 15 people on the team and a total of 25,000 points. So just to review, $1,000 contract, 3 personal referrals, and 25,000 group points would earn you the rank of executive. Now, let's take a look at manager. So again, using the same example, same 3 levels in the unilevel. Manager, what's it take to get to the second rank in the company? Well, there's your qualifications. You can see a new qualification there under manager. So 500 PV, still only need a minimum of $1,000 contract. In fact, when you look at the roadmap, you really can take that $1,000 contract, and if you decide you never want to upgrade, that's the minimum requirement for the entire rank roadmap. You never need more than 3 legs. Now, some of you have put in 10 and 20 and 30 people, and there is an advantage to that. There is a financial gain in that because we have an organizational bonus. That's not going to be covered at length in this video, but you can earn on infinity on every single lineage you have. So if you have 20, so for instance, in this example, you see 5 on level 1. Once you hit that rank of ambassador or president's club, really, you would actually earn an infinity bonus on every leg, but you only need 3 referrals to get to that second rank manager. Now you need to go from 25,000 points to 75,000. Now, as your network is growing, as you are investing your time, energy, and effort into the well-being of your team, like so many of you are already doing, you advance, your volume, your group volume grows, remember, on a 30-day rolling calendar. So if you hit 2 executives, well, what does that mean, Justin? Well, there you see it. So now 2 people within your network have achieved that first rank of executive. Here's the beautiful thing. First of all, those 2 executives must come from 2 different legs. So you see there, your E team, your personal has become an executive. And on your B team, your personal has not hit executive yet, but one of their personals down on your second level has. So I hope this is clear for you. You need 500 PV, there's that $1,000 contract, 3 referrals, right? 75,000 in personal group points, and a minimum of 2 executives in 2 separate lineages. I don't have an example on each one, but now that gives you an idea. For those of you that are manager, when you go back to that roadmap, you see as a manager, you need 3 to get to director, you need 3 managers. In fact, let's go back to that for a second. Let's just bounce back for a quick second. For director, 2 managers from 2 lineages. So just like you saw 2 executives from 2 lines brought you up to manager, 2 managers from 2 lineages will bring you up to director. So there's your example for your manager. 2 executives, gets you that manager rank, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm going to share with you a video, and this video is strictly for motivation, guys, because I want you to see what is actually possible when you put in time, energy, and effort into your team and making sure that people have the resources and systems that they need. Go ahead and check this out. I'm going to stop and share that again because I don't think I have my, I don't think I have the boxes checked. So let me just check that. Let me go ahead and start
His wife's gonna get the Porsche. He probably Michael's Porsche is much better than that one.
You guys have a leadership that is beyond. We're very surprised. This guy has, I think, how much people do you have on your team? 6,700. 6,500 personas en 3 meses. Wow.
Now, I want to say a couple of things about that video. What is awesome is when we were on stage in Panama, and Waskar asked us how many people were on the team. We actually overshot that number by a few hundred. I wasn't. I was a guesstimate because I wasn't expecting him to ask us that. But here's the amazing thing. In a matter of about 4.5 or 5 months since that event, because so many amazing people, again, you hear me say all the time, surround yourself with winners and you can't lose. So many amazing people have joined us in the last 4 or 5 months that we've literally taken the team from 6,000 to over 20,000 in just a matter of 4.5 months. And here's what's beautiful. We have leaders in the organization that are coming up on 6,000 members in their network. And so you put your mind and focus on something, and that's again what this is about. It's about leadership and investing time, energy, and effort into your team. You'll see here we're just going to go through some of the awards. So the first rank of executive gets you an iPad. The iPad is priced at $900. The beautiful thing is you may not want an iPad, and so the company gives you the ability to take the Bitcoin, $675 worth of Bitcoin. Next rank is manager, along with the pin and the leadership box. You have the option of taking a $10,000 Rolex or $7,500 in Bitcoin. You have director, $15,000 trip for you and a companion, or $12,500 in Bitcoin. The Porsche, $100,000 or $75,000 in Bitcoin, plus that 18 karat gold pin there with an actual diamond sitting in it, which is pretty fabulous. Ferrari at Ambassador, a $200,000 automobile paid for upfront, or $150,000 in BTC. And the top rank in the company, Global Ambassador, $500,000 Lamborghini, or the option to take $375,000 in Bitcoin. How do you claim your leadership awards? Many of you have hit rank this month. Many of you have hit executive. Some of you have hit these get more exclusive. Guys, another disclaimer, these are not easy. These go to people that are focused and driven and consistent and constantly. Just go in the Facebook group and you can see all of the people that are ranking up here this month alone. And so how do you claim your leadership awards? It's real simple. Your awards will be available to claim from the 1st to the 5th day of the following month. So right now we are in the month of April. So if you've received a new rank here in the month of April, On May 1st through May 5th, you're going to be able to log into your back office, click on finance, and click on claim your award. If you have not claimed your award by the 5th of the month, then you need to wait until the following month to claim it. The cash payouts, for those of you that have requested the cash, which is Bitcoin, instead of the physical award, then on the 1st of the 5th of the month will be paid out on the 6th of that month. And you earn an award on January 14th, for example, and you claim it between February 1st to the 5th, you will be paid the Bitcoin to your wallet that is set up in your back office on the 6th. And here's what's really cool about that. There's no withdrawal fee. So whatever the BTC payout is for that rank, you do not have to pay a fee. That entire amount gets sent directly to your wallet. Now, you can only claim the highest rank award earned during any certain calendar month. So for example, if you went from executive to director, that means in this month you became an executive, and then a couple days later you hit manager, and then a couple days later you hit director. You did that all within the same calendar month. You would only be able to claim the director award, not both the executive and manager and director. That's one of the reasons why the awards are calculated at the last minute of every month. That's why the system is designed like that, because what it is going to do is it's going to look back now on the entire month at your profile, determine what is the highest rank that you received for that current month. You have from the 1st and the 5th of the next month to claim it. And then if you take the BTC, it will be paid out on the 6th. The physical awards and the rank pins will be received at the next corporate event. This is a legacy company. This rewards program, this leadership program was not designed for somebody to hit the top rank in the company in 90 days. Listen, it's been difficult. We out of the gate, we hit that President's Club. And some of you have hit executive and then fallen back a little bit, or hit manager and then fallen back, or hit director and then fallen back a little bit. This program, this compensation plan, this leadership program was designed for the long haul. It was designed for sustainability. When you look at legacy companies, I've been doing this long enough to know that when you look out at legacy companies, and those legacy companies have been around for 5, 6, 7 years, the billion-dollar product companies. Usually the top rank is called Black Diamond. That's a lot of the companies use that same term. There's 1 or 2 or 3, maybe in the company. And so the fact that there's 1 member of the President's Club, but we have, I think about 15 directors now, and some of those directors, like Luigi said, are ready, very, right on the brink of hitting that President's Club. And we're starting to see another year of momentum from all of the global webinars. And so just stay focused. If you are here, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on a replay, and you desire to be a leader in this company, understand, 1, it's going to take, like I said, massive action, hard work, and consistency. But if this is what you want, if you want to run with us, we've not found a program better online.
Can I share just one last thought about what you said, and then after you can finish it off. First of all, what a great presentation you're doing for this leadership call. I mean, it's really clarifying a lot of things that maybe some members weren't completely sure. Honestly, I actually learned a couple of things too. So thank you very much, Justin. Listen, on that leadership rank, you know what I understood? Because when you're, let's say you get up to manager, and you hit the rank of manager, or you hit the rank of leadership, or you hit the rank of president, you know what? You get that prize right away. And I hope you realize that. In many other companies, like example, the car companies, you might win a car, but you don't really get the car. It's not yours. They give you an allowance of $1,000 or $2,000 a month. So but remember, you have to maintain that rank. So if you don't maintain that rank, you're not going to get that $2,000 for that month. So it's not yours. Here, when you get the rank presidents, as soon as you touch it, it's yours. It's $100,000 paid for immediately. I hope you realize that. So then after, look at what happens. Let's say you get the president's. You win that car. And all of a sudden, the month after, you lose your president's rank because, you don't have enough volume. I want you to realize what's happening here. as you're growing your network, even if you're not signing up people personally every time, the people that are in your network, as they're bringing in people and you're teaching those people to bring in people, that volume is all accumulated for. So points, everybody's going to be repurchasing packages after 6, 7, or 8 months. Those points are coming back. Your network points are coming back. Plus, there's another added, I want you to think of as another bonus. Ever since the company added those new packages, you know, the 7,000, the 15,000, listen, with those new packages, we've seen people now finally be able to rank up, like go up those ranks. So what does that mean for you? Doesn't that mean more volume? So imagine when you start, you have people coming in at 300, 500, 1,000. 3, 4 months, 5 months after, you start seeing those people going to 2,000, 5,000. 6 months after, you have people coming in at 10, 15, 20. Like me and Justin, 8, 9, 10 months after, we start seeing people come in at 50,000, 70,000, and $100,000 packages. I mean, I'm sorry. So all that starts to accumulate with time. So even if you see your position lose, I mean, you won the prize. Even if you lose that position, please, it's all in the, it's a normal process. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and it comes back, just like ours is coming back. So just wanted to add that, Justin.
Excellent. All right, so let's we're going to wrap up with a little training here. Now, this training is taken from a training that John Kinnear did when we were out in the Netherlands. This is a piece of that training. If you go back to the team website, cfxpowerteamsite.com, and click on training, you can watch the entire master's training. But we're going to focus. So remember, this is about a roadmap. So for all of you that are watching this and you've yet to hit executive, I want to give you a very simple roadmap, okay? You need three personal referrals, okay? So when global markets are nervous, and I'm telling you, the global markets are nervous right now, especially with what's going on in the world. Option A, you can do nothing and hope for the best. So as you're talking to friends, as you're talking to your contacts and your prospects, they have two options. Option A is do nothing and hope for the best. Option B is modify the approach for market conditions. Now, this is some training on how to get people started, you guys. A very simple invitation. You ready? A very simple invitation. If you're reaching out to people, and it might be a cold market or a little bit of a warm market contact, maybe not somebody that you have a lot of influence over, you can ask a very simple question. Have you ever made any money in the global Forex market? It doesn't get any simpler than that. That is an amazing question to open up a conversation with your prospect. Please write that down. Have you ever made any money in the global Forex market? Now be prepared to get a whole bunch of different example answers. What is the global Forex market? How do I make money in it? I've never heard of this. No, I've tried and lost. You're going to get just a whole list of different types of feedback, but it's a great opening question. Second follow-up question, are you open to a short video and having a look at my results? Do not modify these. Do not try to change these. Use them exactly as they are written. Have you ever made money in the global Forex market? And are you open to a short video and having a look at my results? Okay? Now, here's a simple solution. Start small, stress-free, the $300 trade contract strategy. And I tell people this. I tell people this that have come to me and said, I have $10,000. Start small and stress-free, the $300 contract strategy. Now, I want you guys to try this and implement this. Remember, what do you need to get to executive? The first requirement is 3 personal referrals. So here's a great thing to try. Select 3 friends to come along and do the same. So you ask that person who you're talking to. The term select is a very powerful word. It means that you have some power in choosing. It means that you don't take everyone. Select. So I'm talking to you, Joe, and I'm telling you on this call, Joe, start small and stress-free. We are going to utilize a $300 trade contract strategy. Just like I'm selecting you, Joe, just like I selected you to come along this journey with me, I want you to find and select 3 of your friends to come along and do the same. What are you doing with Joe? You're tapping into that second generation. Joe is your first generation. You've already selected Joe. He's in. He's got his $300 contract. Now you want to work with Joe, and you want to teach Joe to go out and select 3 of his friends to come along and do the same. You manage a team growth in multiple of 3s, meaning everybody is responsible to select 3 friends. Now, some of you may select more than 3. Some of you may select 20 or 30 or 40. But if everybody selects 3 and you support this down 6 generations of growth, guys, you're going to be blown away here for a second. Here is a simple approach to that growth, a 6-month strategy. 4 weeks from today to invite and add 3 friends at a $300 trade contract. If you do that in multiples of 3, within 4 weeks, you could be touching that 7th generation in your matrix. Okay, that's a big deal. And I'm going to show you here in a second why. Okay. Now, if everyone in that matrix is doing a $1,000 a month withdrawal, which is $1,000 a month, you guys, I know that there are people watching this and listening to this live and on our recording that $1,000 a month would literally change your situation. So you're doing this $1,000 a month withdrawal for all, and you can see here the amount of income that would come from each of those generations out of your matrix. That's if you follow this plan for 6 months. If everybody focuses on just helping 3 people get started at the $300 contract, and then within 6 months, everybody is withdrawing a minimum of $1,000 a month, guys, that's over $75,000 a month in your pocket. Again, there are no guarantees. I'm going to be very clear here. If you decide to do this and you do no work, I guarantee you will make no money. I'm going to be real clear. Listen, Luigi and I moving forward, as well as you, we're going to be very clear that there is no guarantee for success here. But if you choose to follow this plan, if you choose to stay focused and committed and consistent and put in massive action every single day, and you go out and you select 3 friends who want to come along this journey, and you teach them how to select 3 friends, and so on down 6 levels or generations, massive, you guys. And like Luigi just said in the chat, that's just the matrix. That's just the matrix. And so what we've just seen here is a master's training on the CashFX leadership rank program, on how the points work, on how the system works with the roadmap on how to get to each rank, and then a little training on how to leverage power and multiplications of 3. And so with that being said, whoever joined this recording, make sure that you get back to the person that shared this with you if you've not gotten started yet, and join the power team, the fastest growing team within CashFX globally. Thank you, guys.